It is amazing how the mysteries of life work. I mean, after every dark night, there is a bright day. And that always gives me hope. Sort of like the song Waterfalls. Well, let me back up for a minute. In that song, I just started reflecting on my life as if it was a storm, you know, and how too many storms have come and gone, and they don't even leave a trace of sunlight, God's given rays.
I seen a rainbow yesterday, but too many storms have come and gone, leaving a trace of not one God again.
And I looked up, and I was like, wow, look at this rainbow. So, hey, I wrote that song from my heart. Turned out to be our biggest hit.
Chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
TLC sold countless number of records, but record sales to me aren't what success is in my eyes. The most important thing to me is that I take my experiences and the knowledge that I have and share it with the world. It's gonna be Left Eye the cameraman. I'm getting my skills on as a professional photographer. I never shut the camera on. The camera followed me into my dreams. You get to see it from my point of view. Part of the purpose of the documentary is so that people can get to know me up close and personal. Throughout my career, I've gone through several things. And, you know, I've been called crazy. I pretty much just want to set the record straight. I try to dig into myself as well. Okay, it's recording. Give me on that side. My bad side right there. What are you looking forward to on this trip right here?
Releasing all the toxins from out of my body.
I'm looking forward to 30 days of focusing totally on self.
I hope that, you know, in a month you see some major changes. 'Cause that's what this trip is all about. Coming here and getting the stuff on tape so you can see what 30 days in the bush can do for you. So, that is the plan. But I always say that that's the plan because things always change. I kind of feel like I'm on a journey sometimes. Don't really know quite where I'm headed. Let's just say I'm going to take everyone on a magical journey, okay? It's going to be the wonderful world of Left Eye. according to numerology. Number 1 is about knowledge and birth. Learn about Lisa. Learn about yourself. We made it to the waterfall. Right there. Right behind you. When I was a kid, I wished all this. People would say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my answer would be, in the jungle, naked, friends with the animals. We're in the jungle, I'm naked, and I'm friends with the animals. It doesn't get any better than that. In the beginning, I was real tiny for my age. My mom said when they first brought me out to her, after she had me, she said I scared her. All she could see was these big black, like I looked like a little alien, like doing all this crazy stuff, trying to see her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She took me home, and she could not get me to sit down.
No.
So I'm self-sufficient at like 1. I was running at 7 months. No one really knew where I was going and what I was going to get into. As a little girl, there were gifts that I received from my parents. My mother's side of the family is more artistically inclined. And everyone in my father's side of the family is musically inclined. My father was in the Army band. My father plays almost every instrument known to man. It is amazing to sit here and watch him pick up a harmonica and put that down, go jump on the piano, put that down, throw the drums, play the clarinet. As a little girl, everything was natural for me. I could play the piano at 4. You know, I could come home from the movies and remember the theme from Close Encounters of a Third Kind and sit down and figure it out. You know, that bugged my mother and my father out. Growing up, all of the talents that I had, it was almost as if, why can't everybody do this? Good evening with Lisa Lopez. We're leaving the 80s in style and hitting the 90s, hotter and fresher than ever. Me, my sister, and my brother used to put together shows for my mother some days while she was away at work. She'd come home and we'd say, Mom, sit on the couch. We got a show for you.
Hi, how you doing?
There were so many talent shows that I was involved with in either one aspect or another, whether it was being in the front, doing the rapping, or being the background dancer. Very artistic. I know how to draw. I also know how to sew. I modeled. It didn't matter as long as I was involved.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Yeah. Just remember that y'all see me on this videotape 10 years from now when y'all see me in the movies.
Tell them say no to drugs.
And say no to drugs.
Thank you very much.
When I want to say something, I should say it. See, this is the hard part of his documentary, trying to figure something out about myself and getting things off my chest. Thinking about it. I had some difficulties when I was growing up. I say the problems that I did have stemmed from, how can I put this? My father was very strict. There were a lot of rules. My father was in the military. He was very dominant. He was a sergeant.
Take charge, Sarge.
I never told you stories about my dad.